Hello, and welcome back as I blaze a trail face first into the raging heart of an inferno. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM War of the Chosen. It's like just, you know, all of our missions, they're just a big box of turds now. That's all they are. I feel like I'm coming home from work after a hard day and then pleasantly surprised to find a package on the porch. I'm like, oh, you know what? It must be my Amazon Prime order. I see that they've sent me my most recent purchase. And then instead of the Amazon Prime trinket that I requested when I open up the box, it's just a bunch of big smelly turds. Instead of delightful consumer goods, what do I get instead? Big smelly turds. Big wads of smelly turds. That's this mission. It's one of those big wads. And honestly, I'm kind of gotta admit I'm getting a little weary. Of the big box of the smelly, odious, pungent stench of turds.
Double time.
Tired of the turds. XCOM, knock it off. Tired of the turds. Still, I think all things considered, we're doing okay on this mission. I'm sure these guys are going to wander into us and spring the ambush. One of them's going to spot Yuri, which is fine. We wouldn't mind these guys seeing us and maybe coming a little closer. There we go. Yep, look, that door is highly suspicious. Best check it out. This actually suits us a great deal. We didn't waste concealment on either one of our top-tier troopers here, and we've still got some folks ready to buck up and deal. Yeah, I know you're real desperate to take that shot, Helen Keller, but now it's not the time. So, how do we get out of this one, then? Well, we can have Hormone Stallone. All we really need him to do is get a shot at that robot. From, like, any place we can get him to have line of sight to the robot and take a shot, that's really what we need. We need him wheeling and dealing on the robot. He can see it from here. Tay-Tay, don't you have blue screen rounds, though, girl? You got the blue screens. Yuri does not have the blue screens, but Taylor Swift, she's rocking the blue screens. Correct? Hunter's Instincts. Tell me you got blue screen rounds, though. Spotter 1, stand by me. I'm almost positive you got the blue screens. And if we run Taylor up here with the mess of the blue, she's gonna get him. She's gonna get him. That just leaves Steve the Immortal Irwin and Yuri 2 cases Novak back here to mop up the slop. And honestly, I think Yuri's got a better than average chance if we just have him run up here and shotgun this Codex. He could split it is the only thing. If he doesn't get the crit here, he could split it. Now, the other thing we could do is we could try to go for a combo plate, but I feel like we've got enough to clean up the mess. Even if Yuri leaves the split here, I think we've got more than enough to clean up the spare. Yes, Pete, Yuri does not like 7-10 split, so he's just gonna go ahead and roll that strike, if that's okay with you, Pete. I don't worry about the split. Honestly, with this team, can't really trust them to pick up the spare, Pete. He's just unacceptable risk. Don't trust them to pick up the spare. They're gonna muck it, Pete. They're going to muck it.
No problem, boss.
We also still have 2 uses of Taylor Swift's teamwork ability, so worst case scenario, if Tay-Tay and her blue screens can't get it done here, and we have every reason to believe they will, if for some reason they couldn't have gotten the job done, though, we still would have been fine. We could have had old Sly Stallone come back in there. Ooh, a little hair trigger. Free action for Tay-Tay. Why don't you use that free action to reload, Taylor? We could have had her boy Sly Stallone come up and counter the incoming damage. We could have had Sylvester fill the gap with a little teamwork action.
Position confirmed.
Hey, crikey, Pete. I mean, it's all well and good, and I'm glad everything worked out for Tay-Tay and the crew over there, but we got us a whole mess of smelly snakes up here, Pete. I mean, you was talking about the turds earlier, and nobody likes a smelly turd, but when it comes to the subject of turds, Pete, I mean, we got more than a few turds over here in this neck of the woods just waiting for someone to flush them, Pete, and I think Steve Irwin may be the handle for that particular flush, bloke. Steve's concealed. We really want everybody in a top shelf position because we gotta drop the hammer on these guys all at once. This is a tough pod. You're like, Pete, it's 3 Vipers and an Archon. Exactly, which is why it's a tough pod. 3 Vipers, man. 3 Vipers is no joke. That is no joke. That's a tough pod. Red Brown still got some concealment and nothing to do this turn. So we're going to take a moment here and just make sure that Red Brown, you're going to go forth and be our eyes. It says this is safe and you can see every one of those guys, so you know where their peep tiles are. We may try and launch this with Red Brown using one of his Volta actions. That may be the way we want to jump this. It may be the way we want to spring this ambush.
Moving to position.
Sly's coming up. He can support with grenades. if necessary. Stallone, though, you're in cover. All right, those guys are not going to move, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Tay-Tay, ghost it.
Now you see me?
Okay, it's not a good time to bring up bad Jesse Eisenberg movies, Tay-Tay. I mean, yes, we all saw Now You See Me 1 and possibly 2, and you know what? None of us were that enthused, Taylor. None of us were that enthused. Not a bad film, not a good film by any stretch of the imagination. What can you say about the Now You See Me franchise? Mostly you can say it's a film.
Concealed.
Keller, we're gonna go ahead and have you conceal up, even though it's not gonna really do us any good. We just want to make sure the enemy doesn't get the chance for any kind of bullshit shenanigans here. No, we don't want to do that, though. If we go for this, I'm curious. We're going to get 3 to 6 damage, and this is almost certainly going to hit all 4 guys. We'd love it if Reb Brown had a little more focus to take advantage, but he doesn't. And we're going to have plenty of backup. I really honestly do think that's probably the best way for us to start our next turn. Let's have Reb Brown jump out and hit him with the Volt. It's going to be better than grenade damage for all parties involved. And then if we need to, we still got Stallone back there to follow it up with a grenade. So you know what, Reb Brown? Do it. Light them up. Light the fires. Charge them up. Give me the juice, Reb.
Fear my mark.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't jump to nearby units. We would have been better to have Reb Brown literally just walk up and shoot a man.
They've seen me.
Would have been considerably better. Okay, well, we've got, you know what, still, all things considered, I think we've got some pretty respectable options here. Steve, we're going to come back to you. We're going to get the least out of Helen Keller, but what we might get out of Helen Keller is a dead Viper without wasting an action. All right, Reb Brown softened him up enough that Keller was able to finish him off. It was a great shot, Helen. And then 99% chance here. Yeah, well worth the shot. Keller's going to crack him. Busted him wide open. So that's one more Viper we have most of a guaranteed kill on. All right, Stallone, if we have you rapid fire, ooh, double 66s is not good. I'm curious how we could do better with you. Honestly, I think our best bet with you, we bring Tay-Tay. Are we going to have enough to mop up these Vipers if we have Tay-Tay go buck wild? Steve Irwin here can come over and finish up this guy, but that means somebody's got to get Serpent number 2 back here. Somebody's got to get this guy. Yuri Novak is somebody. Do we trust Yuri to be able to get him? Yet, you know, you still, after all of this time, still, you find ways to doubt Yuri. Pete, let Yuri remind you. Pete, what is hashtag? Again, just to refresh Yuri's memory, for Yuri's own edification, Pete, what is the hashtag when it comes to Yuri Novak? Because if memory serves Yuri correctly, and Yuri is fairly certain that memory does in fact serve him correctly, hashtag on this one, Pete, is hashtag Yuri gets it done. This is Yuri, Pete, getting it done, right there. That's what getting it done looks like, Pete. It looks just like that. Just like Yuri. Just like Yuri kicking that man's teeth all the way down his throat, Pete. Alright, so Taylor, you're coming up. Yes, there's a Viper over there, and yes, it saw us. And yes, there's not that much we can do about it. But that's okay. Tay-Tay, if you would be so kind. Shotgun Sarkon. Taylor Swift with the big critical there. We needed that one. He's gone into the battle frenzy. That's fine. We've still got options here. What are we going to do? Slide. Give your girl Taylor Swift one more shot. Advanced teamwork it.
I give you strength.
Hey, maybe she over there in a little bit of a pickle and you shot that man once. Maybe the best buddies just go ahead and shoot him again. Yeah, she worked out pretty well there, Taylor. You shot him once and then turns out the optimal solution was simply, hey, you know what? Give him another whack there. That's my girl. That's my Taylor.
So if we frag him, no, that's a bad idea, Pete. What if we just shoot him? 91% can't fail to get the hill. Can't fail to get the hill. That's right, we can't fail to take that hill. Unless he had dodged. But even on a dodge, we had still a shot at getting him. And then this man. Will a combat protocol kill this guy now that we've got the Mark II Gremlin? It will. You know what? We're not taking any chances here. Steve, juice him. Yeah, crikey, Pete. We're gonna stun him with 50,000 volts here. Once he's got that current pumping through his veins. Gonna grab him, toss him in a gunny sack, and take him on home. Plus, look at the skin on that one, Pete. All stretched out there. That's quite a specimen. He's got to be 35, 40 footer, Pete. Alright, well, I mean, this is a disturbingly alarming statistic. 5 soldiers wounded, but Operation Starving Rhyme, for the absolute blast of Inferno flamethrower salt in the face that we took at the start of this, I really feel like we rallied up. I was tilted, I'm not gonna lie. Full tilt on that one, but we rallied the mission back, brought it back around to the table pretty nicely. Really? The wounds were simulated? Great, that means nobody has to spend time in the infirmary, right, lady? It was all just a training exercise? Well, I'm glad to know that, because I was really worried that like 5 of my best troopers were going to be out for between 60 and 75 days each. I think we did get every supply on that raid, though, which is good. We can use them. We'll probably have enough now that we can afford to build plasma rifles. Still waiting on the plasma shotguns, which, honestly, we needed. So, like, every single person is down for the count on this one. Tay-Tay's out for 7 days. Yuri's down for 10. Steve for 4. Keller for 4. Reb Brown, he's out for 14 days, but honestly, we don't give a shit about Reb Brown. I'm sorry, Reb. Tay-Tay, you have Blade Storm. We're going to spend points to get you Implacable because you must have it. Taylor's only out for a week. That's basically about the same time she would have been down if she would have just been tired. Got a couple guys in there for 10 days. Again, also about the same amount of time they would have been down just for being tired. 84 alloys, 55 crystals, only 163 supplies, which is not fantastic to pick up a Codex Brain. 3 more Illyrium cores. I'm kind of to the point where I'm thinking maybe we should just start selling those bad boys. We've got so many more than we can do. And we are still waiting on this covert op.
Forces deployed on a covert action, Commander. We won't be able to initiate another operation.
Yeah, but what I'm concerned about, Bradford, is will our A-team be back in 12 days? It's John Bathtub Bradford, Morgan Kratos Freeman, Taylor the Goddess Swift, Sylvester Human Growth Hormone Stallone, probably Teddy in the bench. All of those guys are back. And then we can go kick the ever-loving shit out of one chosen. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be okay. The trick now is just going to be, we got to get around to the point where we can still make that go. Do we have any bonds available? Because I did see some cohesion level up notifications. Nope, we sure didn't. All right, delightful. Well, Tara Reid and Napoleon are almost done with their bond training, and we've got a supply drop in a meager 2 days, which means we're going to get the opportunity to install some new faction orders. We really could use those alloys. What are we currently scanning on?
Looks like the elders are getting close to finishing their precious avatar. I don't imagine that will be good for you and your friends.
You know, not really that worried about it, actually. We've got the... I don't want to say we got the Avatar project under control, because we don't. The Avatar's been fucking making runaway progress, like a boulder rolling down a hill, and we're right in the middle of it. Right in its path. I got a real Indiana Jones feel about it. So right now we're standing on the other side of the pit going, throw me the whip, and we're going, throw me the idol, throw me the whip, throw me... No, so you should both just be stop arguing about whips and idols. Take your sex play, Alfred Molina and Harrison Ford, just keep it out of tomb raiding, would you? Leave the tomb raiding to Lara Croft. There's no sex play involved in that at all. What did I even come down here to do? I got distracted by
and I'll get started,
Indiana Jones metaphor. Oh, we were going to build some stuff, right? We were going to take these supplies and convert them into useful things, like not EMP grenades necessarily. Ultrasonic lure, no. Beam auto pistol. I mean, we kind of want both of these. That's going to take 25 combined alloys and 35 alloys. 50 Illyrium. How much Illyrium does this take? 25... So we're going to use 75. We should still have enough then for our plasma shotties, which is mostly what we're concerned about. The supplies we don't care about. We got plenty of those. That leaves us with 48 Illyrium and 92 alloys. That should be enough for our plasma shotties, which are going to be finished when, by the way, Lily?
Seems to have a habit of scratching that scar on the back.
Let's talk about less about Dr. Tigan's weird tick, like physical ticks and itches. And talk more about these storm guns, which I desperately need. 7 days for those, huh? Okay, yeah, we can probably handle that. Shielded power coil in 23. We're going to have these dug out. This one's 85 days down the road. That's basically a laughable joke. Might as well not even be on there. Some of these engineers are going to be repurposed when that one gets finished. But for now, we're good. And just to make sure that we pick up the items that we need, it feels like maybe we wouldn't mind finishing off that scientist. Mass grave. Do we need a scientist more, or would we rather have the alloys? You know what? Let's pick the alloys first.
Avenger plotting new course.
I want to make sure that the second the plasma shotties are done, we can buy plasma shotties. That's our most critical mission objective right now. Get plasma shotties.
Incoming message for you, Commander.
Yeah, it's going to be Optimus Prime telling me my lunch is ready.
You have made considerable progress against...
Considering we did all of these things, and what did the aliens get? 2 points of progress on the Avatar project. Is that right? They only got 2 points? It seems like they got a hell of a lot more than 2 points last month. Every time we reduced it... Yeah, okay. Chance to return fire against missed shots. Well, if only we didn't always shoot her from point-blank range. Avenger Assault. Launch a deadly assault on the Avenger. That's real bad. Chosen can launch an assault on the Avenger, and that's actually what she has as a planned activity. We really need to get her taken care of. We gotta go hit her shit and get her locked down immediately. Roll checkpoints, loyalty among thieves. We still don't know. I don't care about either of these. We'll probably just trigger her hidden event then, I guess. Or we'll just go, if we get a guerrilla op, we'll go for the hidden one. Tech defense of all enemies and hack targets is lowered by 20. I mean, I think we definitely want that one. Probably gonna keep private channel. Trial by fire, still really good. Contacts with new regions are made instantly. That's pretty good. We're also, I mean, we are doing a little ballistics modeling here, though. Stay with me, I disdain you forever. Inside jobs, too, we don't care about our intel rewards. I think we'll just go for information war. Lowering the tech defense of all of our robotic enemies. That's actually pretty damn useful. Dropping it by 20. Avatar project's gonna get a pip immediately. Of course it is. Delightful.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project.
Yeah, I'm a little more worried about the Avenger assault, though, Bradford, if I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you. Perfectly frank, by the way. Still the perfect name for Danny DeVito's autobiography. There's our 52 alien alloys. We have our supply drop available. I guess... You know what? No. We'll let those supplies cool their heels for another 3 days. I would rather have the scientist first. I just want my plasma shotties, though. How long till plasma shotties? That's all I want. Skull mining in 2 days, which is actually also extraordinarily useful. Mostly, though, I need 4 days to get those plasma shotties. Get a new project going here in the Proving Grounds. We gotta be careful not to spend our Illyrium here. Battlefield Medicine takes 1 Illyrium core, 75 supplies, 3 Vipers. That's pretty good. I mean, vastly more important than Battlefield Medicine, though. Let's go ahead and do that.
I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for the...
I'm glad we picked up those extra alloys. It does take us a little low on Illyrium, but I don't think plasma shotties are going to take more than 38. That's a lot of Illyrium. Pete, you realize you just paid 50 for plasma rifles, right? Well, if we have to, we can always go try and trade for some. We can go try and trade for some on the black market, but we're a little low on intel as well. We could go scan for intel if we really need some. Okay, Yuri Vasilev got us covered. Fury's 3 days, alien alloys. Now I'm going to say not now. You're kind of overdoing it with the alloys there, game. You've gone too far back around the other side. Now I'm starting to feel like maybe it's a trap. Let's go pick up these supplies.
All that I require to arrive at your doorstep, Commander.
Yeah, well...
Prepare for your return.
No, give me like 6 days, though. Can you give me a week?
Another important step forward in our research.
Yeah, it is, in fact, an important step forward in our research. This time, Dr. Tigan, you're not wrong. We got our storm guns. What does this do? Yeah, we're gonna want that. But beam cannons, though. These both take 10. Well, here's the thing. This takes Illyrium. This doesn't.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander.
I just assumed that we were broke, Dr. Tigan, and literally couldn't do any better. It wasn't an assumption at all. It was an educated guess based on the fact that you have access to inventory.
To remove the chip myself, the incisions might have been cleaner.
What can I do for you, Commander?
You can buy me some plasma shotguns and watch as our rangers now have the capability of liquefying any enemy that dares to stand before us, Lily. That's what you can do. Thank you, by the way, for doing that. I do sincerely actually appreciate it.
The aliens continue to make the lives of my followers difficult.
Okay.
With your help, this mission may prove less dangerous.
Well, what do you want then, Geist? So, what do we get? Gather survivors from the abandoned city. We're going to get Dr. Santiago Chavez, 104 intel, which we really need, a Captain Grenadier, and a Captain Specialist. Those are just extra mouths to feed at this point, but you know what? Alright, we'll take it. What are the odds the Chosen shows up on this mission? I'm going to say basically 100%, and we also have to deal with the Lost. This is going to be a real kick in the dongle. Are we going to have a quality team to do it? Let's take a look and see how this one's going to shake out. Because again, remember, we can't take any of our A-team. No B.A. Baracus, no Faceman, no Howlin' Mad Murdoch. Those guys are all sidelined until this covert action is done. Got the Tay-Tay, you know, see me out of action. Could potentially take Helen Keller if we want to. And honestly, I think this might be a lost mission. Going to be a good mission for Keller. We should take her. Yuri still down for 3 days. Teddy the Bully Roosevelt still down for 3 days. We got Napoleon. We got Tara Reid. Not a fantastic... actually, our mission options here look real shitty. Reb Brown is down for 6. Huh. Well then. We've got the bench. No Teddy to keep him company. I don't like rolling Teddy without the bench. We could do Teddy and Tara Reid. That's 2 Rangers. Okay, we got the Wig Splitter too. We could probably make do with... Thurgood Marshall. He's gonna have to roll without his bro Teddy. He just, you know, he's not as good solo. The guys they're a team. They're a duo. They work best together. But if we take Helen Keller, Napoleon, probably Lindsay Lohan, the Wig Splitter, Tara Reid, I think we'll have enough to muddle through. It's gonna be close, but I think we'll have enough to muddle through. That does give us 3 Rangers if we run into the Chosen, which at this point, I feel like is honestly basically a certainty. We're going to bump into the Chosen. But that'll be next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. I know it's a little short. Sorry about that. I actually thought it would take us longer to clean up the trash on our previous mission than it actually did. And, you know, just hour-long missions. It's a long time to play XCOM when you got to do that, like 7 hours to get your whole week. It's a lot of time spent here jockeying the console, and frankly, when I get tired, I just I play bad. That's it. I need more frequent breaks to play well. After like the 5 episodes recording when they're all an hour long, I start to lose focus, and that's the explanation for like the last couple episodes. It's just like it's not there for me, Pete. It's not clicking. You're not firing on all cylinders. What you need to do is take a break, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Take that break. Me and Nell Carter are gonna go have a Kit Kat bar. If you enjoyed the episode, you know what to do. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.